Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, seal and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on DGSninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my chalk bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab chalks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all going to work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're going to find in the Ninja space, and that all happens here at our custom-built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you could think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're going to find at one Ninja gym is going to feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our product. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that Ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the WNL Premier Series Season 4 Qualifier at Next Level Ninja in Flemington, New Jersey. Courtesy of our three incredible course designers, Abby Clark, Joe Capo, and Braden Proven. Very happy to have them on the course design team today. They've done absolutely incredible stuff throughout the entirety of our weekend, and we're about to be going ahead with our penultimate division for the weekend, the teens. Hello everybody, my name is Billy Dixon. I am joined alongside Colt Elder here today for the teens and later the elites. Colt, we've made it to the 5th out of the 6 divisions here. We've got some amazing teen action. How are we feeling about Next Level?
I'm super excited. I mean, I know these teams are capable of doing some amazing things, and I'm ready to see it. I want to see what these teams have for all of these courses put together by our amazing course designers here.
I am in full agreement. I cannot wait to see what's up for our teens. Let's have a look at how our teens actually got here and what they're going to be facing in today's competition. We have taken the top 25% of all athletes from the World Championships as well as their season standings within their region, and everybody who fits that, who fits those credentials, are able to compete in the Premier Series. On any qualifier from around the world, we've got 14 spanning across 5 different countries, and they're all brilliant. We have 2 courses that we're doing today. We've got the placement course and the challenge course. On placement, if you fall or run out of time, you're finished, and that will, on your placement on the first course, will automatically determine your run order for the challenge course. If you get first place on the placement course, you're going last on the challenge course. Challenge course comes around, every athlete gets 2 retries. You can only utilize a retry once on an obstacle, and the top 4 athletes at the end of the challenge course will be able to move on to the Premier Series Finals Season 4 to send obstacle training on November 20th through to the 22nd. It's going to be absolutely insane to see. I cannot wait for that one. We have a lot of athletes that are probably going to make the trip out as well, considering the fact that New Jersey is so close to Massachusetts. We've got some proper Northeast representation and skill ready to be showcased for our teens.
We're taking a look here. We can see some of our females here. We have Ayla, Lucia, Naomi, Jessie, and Charlotte.
They're absolutely incredible. We got 5 athletes there, meaning only one of them is not going to be able to cement themselves into the Premier Series Finals. So they're all going to have to work extra hard in that regard. When it comes to the teen males, I believe we have 11. We have 11 of them, or 12. I'm stupid. Never mind. We have 12 male athletes in the teen division that are going to be running today. All of them have a lot of incredible skill to be giving us right here. Some of them will have been around for years as well, starting out in the kids division. They're now old enough to the point where they can go elite, but they're out here when it comes to the teen division. It's still an incredibly stacked field after all. Top 25% of all people in their divisions for the season in their region. It's going to be very exciting to see who's going to come out on top at the end of this competition. Now for the placement course though, every athlete's going to run it. It has around 50 seconds, I believe the time limit is. It's going to be a very, very exciting time. If you fall, your run's over. And if you get first place on placement, you'll be going last on the challenge course. But inversely, if you end up getting last place on the placement course, like if you fall very early, you'll be going first on the challenge course, which is unfortunate because you won't be able to see many people run before you to gain that beta. And it's very important that you have as much experience looking at the course as you can as you go ahead and move on to that challenge course in due time. But thinking about the placement course right now, all of our athletes are going to be thinking about it. Everyone's going to be cementing a plan into it. Colt, how are we feeling, and how should our athletes be feeling going into this?
I mean, the placement course is really interesting because there's a couple approaches. I mean, you can go for a relative steady approach and try to get maybe top 3 by just being consistent, completing the course in a decent time. Or you can go all out and go for the first place placement time so that you're for sure running at the end of the challenge course. And so it really just comes down to how you want to approach the course. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. None of them are wrong necessarily. So it comes down to how risky you want to be on this placement course.
Yeah, you have a lot of opportunities to go full send when it comes to a course like this on the placement course out here, because there are so many different things that you can do. You can have a massive skip on it. You can give a massive go at basically everything. It looks like we're going to be having our demo run start shortly, courtesy of Charlie Ball, possibly, unless it's going to be someone else. But in our teen division, we have 17 incredible athletes that I'm excited to have a look at here. Yeah, we're going to be having Charlie Ball demo run for us. He's been on the course all week out here. He's been looking after it, resetting when necessary. We can see Charlie right here sprinting through a lot of different changes. So many opportunities for links that Charlie Ball is demonstrating at the minute. We have a TikTok in here as well, really demonstrating how fast you can really do this course. A boot scoot's going to follow it, and then a skateboard moving along into the buzzer. It's going to be such a difficult course, but it's a very flowy one, and a course that a bunch of our teams are definitely going to move on through with.
And I really like the ending of that course because you're having to go through a boot scoot and then you can't see exactly where you're trying to land, and then you're going straight from that into a skateboard to the buzzer. So it really comes down to being precise in that boot scoot move, which is a really difficult move that you don't see very often.
Yeah, very true. I think I'm not too sure if the orange platform right before the skateboard is in play. We're going to have to see, but if it isn't, then that's going to be very difficult because throughout the entirety of the weekend so far, the orange platform has been in play. But if they're really wanting to increase the difficulty for our teams, I can see why they want to do that because these guys are amazing. But here we are. We're going to be starting out with our first competitor out here. It's going to be Isla Benura coming out of Marcellus, New York. She's been doing Ninja since 2020, and in addition to Ninja, she also plays lacrosse and loves hanging out with her friends. She would like to give a shout out to her little cousins, Alex and Ethan. Shouts to both of them. Hopefully, Isla out here is going to put in an incredible performance to start out the weekend here for the teen division on our placement course.
I'm super excited. This is our first time getting to see an athlete on this course, and we'll see how well she does, how well these athletes are going to be doing on this course. And this will give us a fair warning of how this course is going to treat the athletes. Is it going to be really difficult like we saw a couple weeks ago in Australia, or is it going to be not as difficult like we saw last week?
We'll have to see. We'll have to wait because it largely depends on how the vast majority of the field does here. We've seen quite a mixed ratio of clears and fails throughout the entirety of the divisions here. But I think our teens are still on the youth side, but they have more experience being 13, 14 years old and everything in that regard. So it's going to be exciting to see who's ultimately going to come out on top and what the fastest time is going to be. I think the fastest time that we've seen all weekend is around 18 seconds, and that was courtesy of Owen Ulsheimer in the mature kids division. So with our teens, it's going to be very interesting to see who comes out on top.
What's interesting about the teens is they have one of the most potential to get the fastest time because the teens are, like we said, the group of ninjas that could be elite but aren't allowed to go up to elite yet. So they have the potential to run these courses that are not as hard as elite but be incredibly good at the same time.
Here we go, and we have our first runner coming along right now. It's Isla Benura moving along. It looks like it's a minute time limit on our course, moving along on this bow right here. Currently not having any problems. She's a sponsored DGS athlete as well, it looks like. Here she moves, trying to get a centered swing. Nice recovery, all well and done there. Straight onto the wings and down there. Lovely stuff.
That was really clean because she had her swing all twisted, but she was able to recover really cleanly and get her swing straight to the fangs. And now taking a backswing here. This is not exactly the spot you want to be in. You want to try to go on that first swing, but she's got a good recovery. And there she is. She made it.
This is good, but time is ticking. She's really going to have to fall through on this. She's taking a lot of swings on the TikTok. It's not going to help with a full clear. Can she get through to the boot scoot? Sadly, she's not going to be able to get through that. Isla Benura sadly going out as time expires. The 45-second time limit really showing its teeth.
And that was not a slow run either. She had a couple little hiccups where she got twisted around, but she also linked a lot of stuff to make up for those hiccups. So that was right about the time that we're going to see probably a lot of athletes get to and be right around the same area. So we'll see how far the athletes can get if we're going to see many clears on the course.
It's possible. That's already 1 out of 5 for the females that we haven't gotten a clear for. Let's see if that can change with our next competitor, Naomi Ossenbeck. or hang on, wait, no, I'm wrong. It feels like this is Lucia. She seems to be next up. We'll find out in a second quickly. Just getting all the NinjaWorks names set up and ready to go. So we know already that this placement course is a difficult one, because especially because of the time limit. We have 7 obstacles here. It's going to be a very, very difficult one to properly fall through on, because there are so many different bits of tech that are being shown even in the beginning parts of the course. You really need to show off your linking moves if you want to save time.
Yeah, I mean, the links are going to be a big deal here. A lot of the athletes are going to have to really go all out on the course in order to try and get a better placement spot here, because that's really what it's going to come down to. With the time limit being this small, you're going to have to go fast, or else you're going to not get a great placement spot going to the next course.
It's going to be a very, very big one out here. Let's see if Lucy is able to move on through. It's going to be a very, very interesting one out here. Coming out of Brooklyn, New York. 5'2", wingspan of 5'3". She's from Brooklyn. Snowboarder, wakeboarder, volleyball player, gymnast, and crafter. Gonna be a high schooler next year, and she's a chocolate lover. I can very much attest to that. I was having some mint chocolate before I started out here for the commentary shift for teens out here, and I definitely commend it.
I'm a big chocolate guy as well. I mean, who's not a big fan of chocolate? Let's be real here.
Yeah, I don't understand how someone couldn't like it. Like, what's wrong with it? I don't understand anything wrong with chocolate in the grand scheme of things. Like, what is wrong with it?
I don't know. It's like just one of those foods that's like objectively good.
Yeah, nothing to comment on negatively, at least.
I mean, I fully agree with you there.
Coming out of Brooklyn, New York, 119 pound starting injury in 2021. It's weird that was 5 years ago at this point. Some of these kids will have been in either the kids division or the mature kids division, and they've grown so much coming through all the preteen division as well. In some cases, it's really a lot to process for these kids when it's only been a couple of years in the grand scheme of their ninja careers. Because you think about some of the best ninjas in the world right now, Jackson Erdos, like Cody Benaway, Noah Munier, Josiah Papel, they're going to be surpassed by these groups of athletes out here. And like Addie Herman, Nora Brown, John, Savannah Salinas, everyone in the female and male side of things. The next gen is coming, and I want them to know that they are prepared for that, because it's not something to sleep on these teens like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy to think about, too. Thinking about ninjas like Jackson Erdos, like Phil Folsom and them, and getting surpassed by ninjas who right now are young, but will in the future be way better than them in ninja. It's just a really weird thing to think about.
It is insane. I'm really hoping that a bunch of these kids can showcase their skills correctly on this placement course. And even if they don't, they still have the challenge course where we have the retries available. That's going to be a very exciting time once we get to that. I want to have a look at the qualifiers that we have coming up as well, just so we have a bit of time. Let's have a look at what's coming up soon, because next week we've got Austin Ninjas in Texas. We've got all of our Southern athletes coming down. That's going to be a very, very fun time there. Going to be hype. Carolina Ninja Academy is also going to be a fun one. Vitality is going to be stacked, because you're thinking, right, when it comes down to the Northeast, Massachusetts, same spot as finals, basically. You think that the field this week has been stacked? Just wait until Vitality comes around, because there's a solid chance that people from Next Level are also going to go there. So we'll have to see how that pans out. True Function, 2 weeks after that, is going to be Mint. That's where I'm going to go out and compete. I cannot wait to see the UK team really pull through. Life Force, the week after, is going to be absolutely insane there. The courses always goes fire on Life Force in Washington. Dexterity Depot, another New England Northeast area type competition there. I can't wait to see the youth factor come through on that one. That's going to be really, really good to see the future of Ninja. District 44 is going to be our French qualifier. We had Warrior Adventure in Lyon last year in France, and that brought through a bunch of incredible French competitors. District 44 is one of my favorites out there. Absolutely love it. It's kind of like the Vitality of Europe. If I had to take like a definition to kind of hook it to another thing there. Albany Ninja Lab is another like northeastern competition that a bunch of athletes are going to go to, with it being a very populated area. Fit Set Ninja is our Canadian qualifier, our final international one. And then we have MLab Ohio in Ohio. The next week after that, I'm hyped for that one because we'll have some of the something like the Midwestern people come out. A lot of people are going to probably go out to that one. And then the Ascend finals is going to be a month after that. I cannot wait to see what they have cooking up at Marlborough.
I mean, I agree with you. And I think I really like the comment you said about Dexterity Depot, because Dexterity really is going to be the competition that shows the kind of future of Ninja. I mean, a lot of the athletes that you see coming up right now are all coming out of Dexterity Depot. It's like the place that they train some of the best young ninjas that I've ever seen out of any gym ever.
Indeed, so I cannot wait when it comes to that dexterity. Also, Matt Bradley, course designing there. We got Jaden Welch, course designing for Life Force. We're probably going to have Jordan Thurston, maybe Noah Munier, Addy Herman at Vitality. And we're coming back over to our run now. We're going to have Lucia take things on right now. Height of 5'2", wingspan of 5'3", and we are off.
And well, let's see what she does here. We saw our last athlete jump and take a backswing, but she pulled it straight out. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, that's unfortunate there. That's sad because you could see she was trying to set up a link. Looks like she had her hips too far back, maybe. But it was the grip on the right hand, it looked like, that just gave out a little too quickly there. That's unfortunate there for Lucia.
Yeah, she just set slightly too far back, and then when she went to reach for it, her fingertips were barely on it, so she couldn't quite get her full weight onto the flywheel, which is really unfortunate because it was a good set for the link, too.
Moving very smoothly across that one. That's unfortunate she wasn't able to get it there, but Lucia going to put herself on the board now. She's moving through very efficiently across the first couple of obstacles there as well, which was very cool to see, but at the same time just wasn't able to get that link sorted, sadly. We're going to move on to our next athlete, which I believe is going to be Naomi Ossenbeck out here because we had Isla run first. So we're going to have to see there. That's the right way to go, but regardless, this placement course already putting up a fight. We've had someone time up and someone make a mistake early on, which isn't what we want to see, but anything can happen on a placement course, and more importantly, anything can happen on the challenge course because you have your retries available and you have a run order skewed up, so it's really all it comes down to anything.
I mean, yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Like, the thing about the Premier Series is that it challenges every part of an athlete. Like, it'll challenge your speed in the placement course, it'll challenge your endurance, your strategy, your mindset. It challenges every part of a ninja, and it really shows during each of these competitions who the best of the ninjas are, who has the entire skill set. And I really love that about the Premier Series because not many competitions get to see that. Like, even like American Ninja Warrior, it shows who can deal with pressure the best, who can go through courses fast and not exactly endurance. And then there's like the World Ninja League and the normal how the normal courses go, where one fall would mean you're out. But with the Premier Series, one fall and you're still able to keep going. In fact, you can fall up to 3 times in theory and still win the competition, just if you're able to figure everything else out and put the rest of your runs all together.
Indeed, so I'm excited to see how all these athletes are able to adapt to that, and especially the upcoming athletes as well that will be appearing in the elite division, because we have that coming up at around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be absolutely insane. I'm seeing some names pop off. We've got Helena Smith, Grace Carr, Jackson Erdos, Cody Benaway, Gavin Markowitz, Jazib Ismail, Sebastian Ramos. I mean, come on. There's a lot of great skill that's ready to be shown in Elite and Teen right now. Just getting everything all set up. It looks like we're going to be moving through onto our next competitor, which is Naomi Ossenbeck representing Stanford Ninja Academy, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. There's so much talent coming up in all of these age groups, and it's really just an honor to be able to sit here and talk about it, to be honest with you.
It is brilliant. trying to spread the word of all the great ninja talent that we have going for us within these Premier Series competitions. Naomi hoping to prove it further.
You see, for Naomi, we got Mozzie over on the sideline coaching her. So we'll see if she kind of adapts to Mozzie's style or how she runs ninja courses. Because, I mean, with Mozzie, a lot of the times he'll go either slightly slower but like controlled and kind of efficient, or he'll sometimes, if it's a speed course, sometimes he'll go all out on it. So, I mean, I guess we'll see if the coach kind of style adapts to the ninjas.
I mean, anything goes really on a placement course like this, because we've said this around the entirety of the weekend. How you do on the placement course does not affect anything in the grand scheme of getting through to the Premier Series finals, which is what our athletes are going to be wanting to do here. So when it comes to Naomi now, it's really going to come down to how fast she can move across the obstacles and through them. And it looks like she's going to be moving through a second. Okay, so we're going to be having a bit of a dilemma here, just getting everything ready and sorted out for our competition. Making sure all our athletes are getting ready to go.
Yeah, we had that little confusion with the run order, so we're just making sure everything is all sorted out and ready now.
Again, we talk about our teen female division out here. We've had 2 people already run and 3 still to go. I'm excited to see how it's all going to play out in the grand scheme of things, because only one person is not going to be able to move on to Premier Series finals this yet, because the top 4 spots, there is competition for it. And in the teen males case, of course, there's 12 athletes who are going to be competing in that regard. And so only a third of that field are going to be able to carry on through the course. Here we go. It looks like we're going to be having Jessie Fleming move on the course actually right now. She's getting ready to go on the start line. Here she is, has competed 13 times throughout the season, coming out of Woodbury Heights in New Jersey, age 14. Here we go.
And let's see what we've got here. We've seen 2 runs. Neither of them have been cleared, so a clear here would put her at least top 3 for the placement course. And there she is. She pulls it out before she jumps to it, just like we saw Lucia do. And let's see if she goes for the links here. Or okay, she's taking a backswing.
Nice link there, kind of just popping along through, not much setting back, which saves a bit of time, to be fair. Just under 30 seconds as she spins around that disc. There was originally a trapeze right next to the disc, so our athletes could swing dead on to that dragon. But it seems like Jessie's having a bit of trouble endlessly spinning around here. Needs to take a backswing to where she wants to face in order to direct herself. She just did it too late there. She's got herself into a bit more of a rhythm here. Just needs to try and direct it more. Time's ticking down.
She's got 4 seconds. See if she can make it. So close.
Very unfortunate. She was almost there, because you could see she was trying her best to try and get a forward directional swing, but it took a while to get there due to her being on a spinner. So it's unfortunate that was the case. Now we're going to be moving on to Naomi Ossenbeck. Been iced for a bit, but coming out of Darien, Connecticut, she's hopefully going to come on through and put on an absolute show.
Yep, I agree with you. And for the last athlete we just saw, Jessie, it's just difficult when you get on those spinner things, because as soon as you start twisting, it's really difficult to stop twisting and get focused up. Doesn't matter who you are. But here we'll see Naomi, and we'll see if she can avoid making the same mistake on the spinner and getting caught up on it. She's doing the same technique that we saw both Jessie and Lucia do, where she pulls back, and she links the flywheels as well.
She's on the fastest pace right now, 5.5 seconds ahead of everyone else. Might be having the same bit of trouble here on the disc, but she's controlled it very well. Now she just needs to take the lâché forward onto the holds. And she misses it just barely. That's unfortunate. She had the grab on the teeth, but sadly just not enough distance to fully get the grip there.
And it was really impressive the way she was able to fix her swing on it, because she started spinning and then immediately used her core and just locked in at the fangs. And then as soon as she swung towards it, she was just slightly not far enough, and when the fangs dropped it, popped her off the end. But that was a really good run, and it was so fast there, 5 seconds ahead of anyone else to that point.
Now we're going to be moving on to the final teen female athlete of the placement course right here. It's going to be Charlotte Goldsack. Height of 5 foot, wingspan of 4'11". She loves ninja. When she's not doing it, she loves to coach the younger athletes. She works at her gym and loves to be able to help all of the young athletes. She's a Slap Chalks ambassador as well, which is one of the sponsors out here that we get to see on the WNL, courtesy of Joseph Rouse out here. Charlotte, moving along throughout of Pearl River, New York. She's very fast up to this point. 5 seconds ahead of the fastest time. She looked like she was going to link that move, but she's going to try and set it further forward, hopefully, and get a more powerful swing.
Oh, she got it. She saw how
we go.
dangerous that was after 2 athletes just went down on it before, so she made sure to get a really good set for it. Oh, she didn't go first swing here.
She's trying to set it even further, but it is a large jump to get from the ball to the TikTok. She jumped for it. It was very low hanging. That was so close to the edge there. But 5 seconds now. She's going to try her best to get through the rest of the obstacles. She got first place here. Is she going to be able to get onto the skateboard? Sadly not.
Oh, just barely. Man,
that was a very, very good run.
That was really impressive. She was able to take first place just barely by doing exactly what she needed to do. I mean, she executed everything. She didn't really get too hung up on anything. She linked where she needed to. Just an excellent run there.
Very, very good. So that is going to be all of our teen females sorted there. Charlotte Goldsack putting up the top time by only a couple tenths of a second there. You could see 49.61 and 50 flat was the difference there between the top 2 survivors, which means Lucia is going to be the first runner once we get to our challenge course. So she's got to be warming up, getting ready for that, as we now set the light onto our teen male division, starting out with an athlete out of Team Ascend. It's going to be Jack Gillen.
And here's where it's going to get interesting, because these teen males know they have to go fast, because you're going to need a good placement in order to have a solid shot on the challenge course with 12 athletes. That means only 1/3 of them is moving on. So you really are just going to have to send it really hard on this placement course to try to get at least a later spot in the challenge course.
That is ultimately what all of our athletes are going to be after. So let's see if Jack Gillen, coming out of Weymouth, Massachusetts, is going to be able to set the precedent for what's to come out of our teen male athletes on this placement course. The countdown commences, and he is off.
And let's see what he does here. I mean, he's going to set the standard for the rest of the guys. There we go. He links that entire thing. Has not wasted a movement.
Nice link, just reached out and static to the dragon. We're seeing some good developments already here, Colt.
I mean, he just one-handed through that, like the dismount was like right beside him the entire time.
Going up, down, all around here. Gonna take the jump up to the skateboard, and we have our first full clear. 30.04 was nearly a sub 30.
That was crazy. I mean, some of those moves he did were so confusing. I mean, he just one-handed the claws. He linked all the way through there, kept his knees up, went straight to the skateboard, and hopped straight to the buzzer without hitting the ground.
Very, very good there. We're seeing a lot of different gyms being represented, the next of which is going to be the Gravity Forge, courtesy of Harrison James, who's coming out of Harleysville, Pennsylvania, has competed 12 times throughout the season of 11. Age 14, he's getting ready to start his placement course run.
And we'll see what he's got here for us. He's linking through this entire first section onto the bow, onto the spinner, taking one backswing, but he's going to link this dismount, it looks like. There we go.
This is good at the moment. 25 seconds as he's taking the backswing on the TikTok. Takes the jump up. Are we going to get another sub 30 out here? Come on. It takes the big jump, but just misses at the end.
Oh, he just jumped on the skateboard and didn't have enough momentum on it, so it slipped out behind him when he tried to jump.
Dude, that was really, really close there. You could see, had to go straight to the skateboard. The skateboard didn't actually roll, though, so he just jumped off of it, tried his best, but couldn't get there. Falls just short of a buzzer. Let's see if Joseph Bronznier Bronzina, even, is ready to go coming out of Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Here he goes.
Yeah, I mean, that time would have been, what, 10 seconds faster than the time before it? So that would have been a crazy fast time. That shows that how much is possible in this course.
Here goes Joseph, age 14. Nice pop throughs. The underbars are on show here. Is he going to link the dragon? He's going to static it even better. 2 seconds ahead of our fastest time. This could be the sub 30 we wanted.
And he underbarred into the TikTok, but took a backswing on the TikTok, but he underbars this, and let's see. Yeah, he's
22! What?
8-second difference, 22.
I am of the shocked variety at the minute. That was a flawless run. Do we reckon a sub 20 is possible now? I feel like there might have been 2 seconds worth of time saving there somewhere.
I don't know. It was tough because, I mean, although he made some like really, really fast moves on part of it, there were parts of it that definitely could have been cleaned up. So, I mean, I think sub 20 is definitely possible here, and I'm really excited to see if it'll happen. I mean, this is showing the caliber of ninjas we have put on the stage here. We had 3 ninjas all really competitive there in the 20s, trying to get lower 20s. 22 is our best right there. We almost saw a 25, 26, but messed up on the skateboard. We saw a 30.05. I mean, all these ninjas are putting up really fast times, and they're getting faster as we're going, so there's no telling how fast our fastest time is going to be at the end of 12 runners here.
We are at 2 out of 3 clears so far for our teen division. We have Charles Graham coming up next. He has qualified for the finals before. It looked like that's the, I want to say that's the jersey from qualifying at Iron City. No, it's not Iron City, is it? Empire. Empire Ninja was our New York qualifier last year. It looks like Charles qualified via that. He's getting ready to go on the start line. We're just making sure our cameras are all ready to go.
He's staring down this course, and I mean, I don't know, but from what I'm getting the vibe here, I think he's gonna go really fast here. I'm calling it right now. I think he's going 20.05.
Charles Graham currently standing on the start line, making his way through very shortly. 16 times throughout the season he's competed at regular competitions. Monroe, New York is where he's from, age 13. Here we go.
We'll see what he can do. He's 13, so he's on the slightly younger side of the athletes that we're seeing here. I mean, we have a decent amount of 13-year-olds, but we'll see if Graham can show us that the 13 versus 14-year-old age gap doesn't matter at all. And that's what I'm hoping for out of Charles Graham here.
Charles Graham currently standing by. Getting iced is a very, very weird situation, but the ref's coming back. Looks like we're going to be starting out with Charles' run in just a second. Cameras all ready to go. Here we go. The countdown is going to start very shortly, and Charles Graham on the move.
There he is. Making quick moves here, setting for links everywhere he can. Oh, a little bit hung up on the dismount, but...
Oh no! It looks like the disc just spun a bit too much too quickly, and that's ultimately what bucketed him off. He tried there, but look at that. He tried to do a one-hand... Honestly, I respect the one-handed link down there. That would have been an okay strategy. He got the skateboard too. Oh, imagine.
Oh, man. And he knew he had to go for it. He knew he couldn't afford the backswing right there on the disc, so he sent it and tried to grab it on one hand, and it was so close to working. That would have been so cool if it did.
I fully agree there. We're getting so close to seeing some clears here in any parts of the course. If they screw up just one tiny bit, who knows what could have happened if they didn't do that. Let's see if Patrick Duffy able to move on through here. Also coming out of the Gravity Forge, it looks like.
And you see he's using his wingspan to his advantage there. He kind of reached through those first 2 moves. Taking a backswing, but he looks really controlled right now, and he looks like he knows exactly what he's doing.
Trying his best to move on through here. 25 seconds as he takes the jump up to the top. He's going to grab the boot scoot, go straight to the skateboard. Got to the back half of it, but he's still got on 26.6.
On his toes on that skateboard. If he was an inch or two behind, he would not have made it, but he calculated it perfectly and was able to get the buzzer in 26. And you can see it on
Look
the
at this
replay
again.
here.
Yeah, we could see that right on the back. You know when you're on like a diving board and your toes are over the edge? He did the reverse part of that on that skateboard. It was really funny. Next up, we're going to be having Nathan Smith coming out of Worcester, Massachusetts. He is 5'9", weight of 154 pounds. Starting Ninja 2017. He's got a lot of experience. He attended the Premier Series finals last year at Motus. Here he goes again, trying to do it here for Massachusetts in his home state. Here he goes.
There he goes. Clean link so far. He didn't even want to take a backswing there, so he kicked his feet up and went on the backswing. But he's a little bit caught up on the slider to the TikTok, but he's got it on his second try.
This is good at the minute. 18 seconds. Oh, but the peel on that boot scoot allowed his legs to scrape the bottom, and that is it, sadly.
Oh, he had a pretty good time up to that point, too. Just when he went down the boot scoot, he thought he could keep his feet up to go a little bit faster, and his heel slid across the ground. And I love that strategy, too, because you could see when he actually landed on the skateboard, he was able to keep his eyes on it the entire time, so there was no way he was going to miss it.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, especially if you're quite tall as well. You might need to bend your knees in a sense to try and avoid it. But let's see if Niall Donahoe, coming out of Forestdale, Massachusetts, he trains at both Vitality and Ascending Kingston. He enjoys rigging and building new obstacles. His non-ninja habits include 3D printing, piano, and percussion. Hey, I'm a drummer as well. I can appreciate that. Niall, though, coming along through on the TikTok. Here he goes, 20 seconds left. He's definitely going to go for that buzzer. Mind the legs on this boot scoot. He's done that, but he's a bit off center.
Oh,
he's just kind of swinging. Can he save it? Okay.
Oh, come on. Oh,
this is a difficult situation to be in because you're not facing it.
Come on.
Oh.
He had so much control while he was fully upside down on that ring, but every time he went, you can see he was just barely not in rotation with his body towards the slider.
Oh my goodness me. I am impressed at that. Oh my goodness. He tried very hard to center himself, but it just looked like the boot scoot nature of it all just wasn't going to help him out. But here we go. Sam Cedar coming out of New Jersey, getting ready to go, age 13, coming out of Next Level's team. And he immediately ejected that trapezoid there. Lovely stuff.
Oh, wow. I mean, you know he's going fast when he landed on that dismount platform and didn't even extend his legs. And he went so fast because he was straight onto the next obstacle. And it takes one backswing on the TikTok, but other than that, he has not slowed down in the slightest. Making sure to line it up because he saw the last athlete miss.
No! The lean back there for Sam there just ultimately bucketed him off that skateboard. He completed the previous obstacle with 27 seconds on his time there, but he was so close to getting that buzzer very, very short there. Oh, it was such a small distance between him and a buzzer.
He had it lined up so perfectly. He took that little slight hesitation in order to line it up. He was dead center of it, and then he landed on it good. He just was slightly leaned too far backwards, and the skateboard was relentless and just shot him backwards.
Right then, Joshua Moyer, representing a Jackson Erdos shirt, coming out of Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. Here we go, pulls it out, gonna set himself up for a link. Very Jackson-esque at the minute, he'd love this. He's competed 16 times throughout the season, taking the shorter end of the bow. Has immediately got himself two-handed on both the disc and the dragon head right there, which is brilliant. 20 seconds, turning himself around.
Let's see, he needs to go first swing here. Oh no, he's down to only 13 seconds, so he's got to really push here to get to the end. 9 seconds is going to be really close.
Oh, I think if he went on that backswing, he could have had it. But with 3 seconds, he's going to try everything. Linking out to that boot scoot, immediately going to the skateboard. No! Time runs out just as he falls off of that board. That was still a very, very energetic run.
Yeah, that was a great run. I mean, especially right there towards the end, he started just pushing through everything, linking everything, the boot scoot and stuff. That was really good. He almost got his buzzer there, but so close. We'll see if he can get it on challenge, though.
3 more athletes left to go. We have Reed Heiklin, 5'5" in both height and wingspan. Reed loves doing ninja, but also plays basketball, golf, and sings in the chorus at school. He competes in long jump and in the 100 meter. His middle school team went back to back at the championships. Let's see if Reed can get to the Premier Series finals to carry on that deluxe style caliber that this athlete has. Hey, one-handed swing about. I like that, Tech.
Oh, did you see the momentum he had there? I mean, he went one hand around so that he could swing straight into running into the next obstacle. That was so clean.
Joshua coming along through 14 seconds left. We can see that boot scoot happen. He gets down to the board. No, he had it to the end.
No, he made it all the way to the end of the slider, but he was just a little bit out of control on it. Oh, man.
That is unfortunate there from our fella. That was really, really fast up to the end. A lot of these kids who are making it to the final obstacle but failing have got there very fast. So I think once they get there onto the challenge course, I'm excited to see what they can do.
I am as well. I mean, a lot of these mess-ups here have not been from lack of strength or skill. It's just been a lot of little tech stuff on the slider or the boot scoot or something.
Near Peleg coming in now, coming out of Cresskill, New Jersey. Nice links out here. I'm liking this so far. Starting Ninja 2018, a lot of experience, and it's showing on this placement course right now. Nia coming along through.
He just powered straight through the slider and didn't even really use it as a slider. Straight through the boot scoot. All right, taking it back.
Oh, no! He's trying his best, but he's off center.
Oh, he's
looks like he can go on this one, possibly. No, he's so close to the bottom. He tried it there, but just doesn't have it. If you don't commit to it on that first time, you don't have it. It's really tough.
Oh, man. He was so close on every swing. Every swing, he was just like a hair away. And then on that last swing, he was just barely too far behind and fell backwards on it. Man, this skateboard is just unforgiving for these athletes so far.
It really is. It's not helping anyone out here unless you literally go on it head on first try. But we have our final athlete here in Vincent Ferracci coming along through. 5'2" wingspan of 5'5", coming out of Long Valley, New Jersey. Vincent the Vinger. Okay, our Vinger here is 2 weeks away from being 14 years old as of regionals 2026. Okay, so he will be he's 14 right now. He's from New Jersey. He began his ninja journey in 2020. Trains 4 days a week. He's been competing in WNL since January 2024 out here. And off the course, he's passionate about 3D printing, robotics, coding, and engineering. Ooh, a very smart fella out here. Let's see if he can use that brain power to good use on this placement course to round things out.
Yeah, but our last athlete here, we'll see how this goes. I mean, it's really a good thing to be the last athlete on this placement course because it shows that for him, I mean, even if he completed the course and didn't do it very fast, he would still get a really good placement because of the skateboard taking almost all of our other athletes out.
Let's see if Vincent can get past that skateboard. It's going to be a difficult one, though. It's taken out quite a few people for the guys who committed straight away and for the ones that didn't. So let's have a look at how Vincent can do. Our Long Valley representative, the Vinger. Here he goes. We're going to start out our course run in just a moment.
You see the countdown. 3, 2, 1, and he's off.
Vincent bounding along these first few steps, immediately ejects it. Going to move it incredibly smoothly off of those flywheels, straight into the bow. The disc had his hands a bit too far back to properly lâcher off of it, so I like the correction there, but he's having a bit of a hard time grabbing on to those wings, which he's got, and he links off immediately.
All right, he's got 21 seconds left. He really is going to want a clear here. So, 15 seconds.
Oh! That's the first time we've properly seen that happen in quite a few divisions. It looks like his feet got onto the TikTok a hair before his hands. You ideally want to get them on at the exact same point so it doesn't run away from you. But, oh, his hands just couldn't get around the TikTok. It looked like a painful fall. Hopefully he's good. But, wow.
And to end up our teen male division placement course, we have Joseph taking first place, Patrick taking second, and Jack taking third. So that's going to be our run order for the challenge course is Joseph is going to go last, Patrick will be second to last, and Jack will be third to last. And it was a great performance out of everybody that we saw. Our top 3 finishers were within the first 5 runners, I believe. So that's something interesting to keep in mind for the challenge course.
Yeah, I feel like maybe seeing everyone go out on the skateboard might have instilled a tiny bit of fear into a few of our athletes, but I hope that's not the case. But regardless, that's going to wrap up our placement course for the teen division. Well done to all our males, as Colt said. Well done to all the females. Charlotte getting the best result by only a hair there. You could see the time was very close. But Lucy is going to be our first competitor on the challenge course after the break due to getting the slowest time to the lowest point in the course. But we're going to be able to see all of our athletes take things on. We're going to take a short 10-minute break from Colt Elder and Billy Dixon. We'll see you guys after it. Take care.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on DGSninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab chalks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slab Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all going to work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're going to find in the Ninja space, and that all happens here at our custom built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you could think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're going to find at one Ninja gym is going to feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our product. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that Ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the World Ninja League Premier Series Season 4 Qualifier out here at Next Level Ninja in Flemington, New Jersey. My name is Billy Dixon, joined alongside Colt Elder here today, and we're going to be starting off our Teens Challenge course very shortly.
And we've seen a lot of interesting things happen in our placement course so far. And so you can see here our course types. We have placement challenge. Our placement we already saw, where as soon as you fall, the run is over. And we saw a lot of surprising falls, especially on that skateboard. And then we have challenge course, where you get 2 retries per athlete, but only 1 per obstacle. So you can't fail the same obstacle twice. And that determines who qualifies for the finals on that challenge course. The placement course only decides the run order for that challenge course. So from the placement course that we already saw, we have our challenge course run order already decided. And so we're about to see our challenge course, which is what's going to show us who is going to qualify for the finals coming up soon in November, I believe it is.
Yes, November 20th through the 22nd. That is where our Premier Series finalists are going to be residing out in Marlborough, Massachusetts. It is for the Ascend Obstacle Training Finals. It's going to be absolutely insane to see all of the best. It's weird because we have the top 25% of all athletes in the world, right? And we're whittling them down even further for this competition. So there will be no shortage of greatness at Premier Series Finals, and I cannot wait to see it.
I mean, it's really taking to the definition of best of the best. And then when we figure out who wins the Premier Series Finals, that'll be the best of the best of the best.
Exactly. So you're literally going to be part of like the most elite group possible after whittling down so many amazing ninjas. I cannot wait to see it. All of the divisions are going to be stacked, and we're going to be adding 8 more competitors to the finalist group out here for the teens, at least, because we're going to be having 4 males, 4 females moving on to the Premier Series Finals once this challenge course is all said and done, because the top 4 athletes are able to go through to it. We have 5 females and 12 males out here getting ready to go. The teen male side of things is a bit more interesting because we have 12 and only a third of the field are going to be able to go down. When it comes to the females, only 1 isn't going to be able to move on, but we're going to be having our demo run of the challenge course right now, courtesy of Charlie Ball.
Yeah, the one difficult part about watching Charlie Ball demo a challenge course is the fact that it is not going to look difficult if Charlie Ball is the one demoing it.
It is very difficult. I can only imagine the updates it's got for teens. That mallet wasn't in earlier. That's a nice callback to 2023's Worlds, I think it is. I can't remember. But here we go. Moving along into that propeller bar now. Onto that ring, spinning around on that disc. This has been a nightmare. It's Sonic Curve now with spinning discs on there. That's going to be harsh. This has been the Ninja Killer all weekend, where we have got one ring on this obstacle called Riding the Bull.
Ooh, even Charlie having a little bit of trouble with it, getting the ring stuck on it.
That says a lot about the obstacle in itself, and you have to make a massive skyhook move to the top and making the dismount like that right there. And now we're moving on to cliffs right here. We're going to be taking the turn over to another tester, moving along onto a special delivery, following that with some cliffs right there. It used to be just a T-ledge in a sense, and people are skipping that. It seems like it's even harder to get onto a special delivery at this point. We then have a very intense cliff line that's going to follow with a lot of different cliffhanger moves, and we're going to be having all of them showcased here. Dismounting, and then our final 2 obstacles out here are very, very difficult. We have a very precise cube-type obstacle, where we have these small cubes that can act as, like, basically skyhooks in a sense, that spin. You need to take laches to them as well, which is kind of insane, low-key. But moving along here.
I mean, that looks incredibly difficult.
It is. And now we have the final obstacle, which is a flying bar type move all the way down to the end. It's linkable very easily, but your arms are going to be screaming at you by the time you get finished on that course, and you're on the 10th obstacle, and things are just not going to pan out well for you physically. So all of our teens right here are really going to have to try.
Yeah, I mean, looking at, especially getting towards the end of that course, the obstacles just kept getting more and more difficult. We had the riding the bull obstacle where Charlie Ball even started slipping up a little bit. Then that's straight into a cliff lane of 2 obstacles of cliffhangers where you're going to get so pumped out. And then the precise move with the box, which is just going to take so many out if they get there, because at that point you're so tired from the cliffhangers and you're trying to do a really precise move with a block, which nobody ever practices. So that's going to be incredibly difficult. And then needle in a haystack to finish it off. Just a really tough course, and I'm really excited to see how this goes.
Me too. We've got 17 very promising contenders out here in our teen division. Very quality turnout. We have our first teen female runner, which is going to be Lucia Aventajado out here. Lucia sadly went out earliest on the placement course, meaning that she is going to be the first runner. All she has had in terms of experience on this challenge course is the walkthrough we had before the stream and the demo that was just given. So she's going to be the first person to do this under the competition status, and it's going to be interesting, and I'm hoping that our other athletes that are coming through very shortly are going to be watching this run, hoping to get a very, very good insight on what's expected from these athletes here on Challenge.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole different story running a course in like a demo run or something versus running a course as an athlete, because when you're actually running as an athlete, you got so much pressure on you. You're like, I need this to qualify. This is going to count for so much more. But whereas as a demo where you're just thinking like, oh, I need to get through this obstacle, maybe do it in a way that everyone can see how to do it. But as an athlete, there's just that extra level of pressure that we haven't gotten to see yet. And Lucia hasn't been able to see anyone do it. So we're going to see how she's able to overcome that level of pressure and if she's able to complete this course and show us how to do it.
Here we go. Our first challenge course runner of our penultimate division. It's going to be Lucia coming along through, setting the standard for the teen female division. Let's get it. A 3-minute time limit. We're going to be getting a move on here through the first couple of moves. We're going to move on to this rope, slide on through. Taking a bit of time to move up there, but oh, she's just tapped down there, sadly. Gonna have to take a second try. A retry being used early is a rarity for our teen division, but Lucia's gonna have to give it a second try regardless.
Matt, I think Lucia has this though, because I mean, she had the ring in her hand, she just barely missed it. And yeah, there we go. She had her swing kind of wrong, and so when she tried to grab the ring, it just kind of popped out of her hand and she couldn't get back on the rope. But she's got it now. And let's see if she can get the dismount. Ooh, a little bit risky hopping with the rope there off the platform block kind of thing it's on.
Here we go. Third obstacle around now. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. A bit of time was used on that retry on the rope too, so we really got to move on through here at a very solid pace in order to get through. Oh, but the mallet there proving to be a bit of a problem. So it looks like she put her hands on the back half of it, where realistically you want one hand on the frontward facing part and one on the opposite side to control it more.
Yeah, I mean, doing that full 180 move, that's a really tough move to make because you can't see the mallet, and the mallet's not an easy thing to grab, especially if your arms are kind of straight going into it. You want them to be bent at a 90-degree angle.
Oh, but sadly Lucia is down and out there. That's going to put her at the bottom and the top of the leaderboard, essentially, but for being the first runner there. But in terms of that might be one of the lower placements on this challenge course. It largely depends on how the rest of these 4 athletes are going to be able to do, with our next competitor being Jessie Fleming, coming out of Woodbury Heights, New Jersey. Has competed 13 times throughout the regular season of the WNL. She's getting ready to go now. It's going to be an interesting one here. Hopefully she can come on through, progress further into the course so we can see more obstacles get taken on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that that's going to be the lowest spot, actually, because that mallet looked like a really difficult move. So if somebody is slower to that point and they can't complete the mallet, then that's all it takes for someone to get in a lower placement spot there, which I don't think is unable to happen in any sort of way.
I would hope we are going to see. We're going to come along here. Jessie Fleming having a bit of trouble getting on top of that wall, but she gets there eventually. 2 minutes and 50 seconds coming into our second obstacle now, trying to get a bit more momentum, pulling back on that rope. Needs to hoist it over that pipe so she can kind of pull on it. Nice, she's got it. Needs to lock it in that place. Get a head-on approach, which she's looking at doing right now, and dismounting. Yes, okay, that's fine. She passed the forward plane, but she's going to have to take a retry on the second obstacle. It wasn't enough, sadly.
It was so close. I mean, she landed and kind of fell sideways, but it was just barely sideways backwards, and it has to be across the front plane of the platform, and she just barely wasn't. So she's taking a retry, but that shouldn't affect her too much. She was really strong through it the first time. She just undershot the dismount a little bit. And so you can see getting a huge swing there. She really doesn't want to undershoot it again. There we go.
And she didn't. Lovely stuff there from Jessie, getting revenge on that obstacle. Still going to be on for this one, though. Jessie coming along, trying to get it. Nice approach on the sideways board. We haven't seen anyone use the thinner edges, but it's working here for Jessie. Still has one retry available if she chooses to use it here on this obstacle.
She
She's got
doesn't
the
need
mallet hold. Lovely
She's got
stuff
the
there,
mallet.
Jessie. Great. Love that. Another obstacle cleared. Brilliant. Now coming onto this propeller bar here. This is a difficult one because you have to divert your momentum carrying on. You kind of have to do it twice because the propeller bar and the disc have similar movement styles.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And here she's on the platform in the middle of the obstacle, kind of taking a breather because somehow her shoes have enough traction to be able to stay up on that slanted platform. And she's got the dismount there. And this is going to be a real tough obstacle because you have to go really fast in order to stop it from spinning on you. And she's got it, though.
Very, very good. That has been a killer in the other divisions across the weekend. This has been another one, too, where we've got just over a minute left on the clock. She's going to be riding the ball. Oh, but just falls short there. This is going to be a dire situation. She knows what it feels like now, so hopefully she can use that to her advantage coming into the rest of this obstacle. One more try to do it.
We'll see if she can avoid getting bucked off by the bull this time.
Having a bit of trouble getting on, though. Hopefully she's able to have a fast enough transition on this pipe. She's got it, though.
You can see she's pulling really far downwards, which has... Yeah, there we go.
Man.
Yeah, she was pulling really far downwards, so when she got it hooked on, even though she got it hooked on really good, when she was pulling down, it was just able to slip off barely, and just like that, the ring slipped off and she was on the ground there.
Nearly had it, though. I could see that she had kind of a solid rhythm going, but it was just too far down. It looked like her distance between the wall and the floor just wasn't at a solid enough angle, and that's ultimately what did her in. But now we have 3 more athletes left to go. It's going to be Naomi Ossenbeck taking on the middle spot here in third, who got third on the placement course. Coming out of Darien, Connecticut, representing Stanford Ninja Academy 2.
There we go. I mean, if we saw her in the placement course earlier, putting up a really fast time, she... Was it the skateboard for her, or no? I'm trying to remember. I think she was the fastest to the fangs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's where she went down on, but now she's going to try her best to move on through each of these obstacles at a solid enough, with solid strats, and it looks like she's doing that. She might be the first person so far to not have to use a retry on this early rope obstacle. She's got 2.5 minutes on the clock, trying to gather some momentum even further to secure her swing down, and she's got it.
There we go. And she's 9 seconds, just barely behind pace here, but she's realistically not because the other 2 athletes both had to take a retry on the rope obstacle, and that she got it on her first try. So that puts her well ahead of pace, actually, and yeah, she's got this first try as well, so she's well ahead of pace at this point.
This is good, too, because at that point, she was on the mallet and she had both hands in the middle instead of the opposite side. So that's a solid way to go around that one. But now Naomi is going to come along through 1 minute and 45 seconds as she grabs onto the propeller, reeling herself in by the vertical bar. Now needs to have the same type of movement on this disc.
And there we go. You can just see how well the athletes carry their momentum with that obstacle, because for her, she was able to grab the pole immediately, and then she was able to get the dismount perfectly. And she didn't make those discs spin, and it's look very difficult at all as the balance obstacle. I wouldn't have even thought that they spun watching that.
She's trying her best now to gather her strength. Time is ticking though, even though she's on a very fast pace. She needs to get through this bull obstacle in an orderly fashion if she wants to carry on through her course run. You got the first one, and now the second.
There we
Needs to
go,
be
come
careful
on.
to not put too much weight on the bottom of that ring, as you said.
And each one she's pulling slightly further down, but she's somehow surviving it. Oh no!
Oh, just the upward jump is too much for Naomi at this point, and she doesn't want to be retrying it, especially once you got to the end of that obstacle. You have used up a lot of strength, so you really need to find as much afterburner energy as you can into this second retry.
And she's going pretty early into it, so I think she has confidence in her ability to get through the obstacle, and she's wanting more and trying to get further into the course.
Here she goes. Getting a solid grab on each of them. It's just the upward jump at the end of the track that got her last time. Time's ticking too. Is she going to be able to get it second time around? Needs a big dip, but sadly couldn't get enough height. That was more than last time, but still not enough, and that's going to end out her run.
And that's just a really tricky technical thing, to find the exact amount that you need to pull in order to push up with your feet and then jump and blindly hook the ring in.
You could see here trying her best. It just didn't have enough hip power to thrust upward, and that's going to do her in for her whole run there. 2 more to go. We're going to have Isla Benura come on through here, start a Ninja in 2020. In addition to the sports, she also plays lacrosse and hanging out with her friends. She's coming along here with 15 comps of experience for this season alone. Coming out of Marcellus, New York. Here she goes.
And this is the first of our athletes for the females who completed the fangs, which there were only 2 of them. So we'll see if that gives them a little bit of a, even if not physical, a mental advantage, knowing that they got a little bit further on that other course than the rest of the field did.
Here we go, Isla. 2 minutes 30. Here we go, getting down. Easy stuff there for Isla.
Yeah, it's really key getting through these first couple obstacles without a fall, because those falls will just start eating up your time having to redo it, and really eating up your energy having to fully do an obstacle over again. So getting through all 4 of those first obstacles without falling is going to be really helpful for her.
Trying her best to move on through at a solid pace here, though. Gotten past that propeller. Just under 2 minutes now as she misses the jump on her first attempt, but gets it second time around. That dismount has not really posed too much of a threat there. It's just the early obstacle, but now the steps are starting to show their teeth.
And you can see she was a little bit hesitant there and tried to go a little bit too slow, and you really have to just sprint through as fast as you can on these in order to stop them from spinning.
Oh, but no, sadly, that's going to be one time too much, too unlucky even. She tried her best to try and get it sorted out, but that's sadly just going to be it for her. Those spinning steps really require a precise foot placement. You want to put your feet kind of in the middle so it doesn't spin as much, but it's really hard to do that when you're differing volumes and kind of like, I'm trying to remember what the word is. Just ground builds in a sense. But now we have our fastest runner on the placement course from earlier, running last again out here. She was last on placement, running last on the challenge course is going to be Charlotte Goldsack. 5 foot wingspan of 4'11". She cannot wait to compete in any competition. Slap Chalks ambassador. Here we go.
And let's see this run here. I mean, this is the one that kind of has the most hype to it, judging as she was the first place on the placement course. She was the first place in the qualifying that got her to this point. So we'll see if she is able to use that and take first place on this challenge course. And she's a little bit hung up, but she's able to get the dismount, which is all that matters there. And she's trying to avoid any early falls here because she wants to get as far as possible through this course. If she completes the riding the bull obstacle, then she takes first place for the teen females. So we'll see if she's going to be able to do that. If she also gets there the fastest, then she also takes first place for the females. So it looks like she's on pace to get there fastest. But we'll have to see if she's able to do that. And if she's not, then it'll really come down to whether she can complete that obstacle.
1 minute and 50 seconds left for Charlotte now. 8 seconds ahead of the fastest time. Oh, but she takes a retry here on the swivel steps. This is going to be a very, very difficult scenario for her. She needs to get past this. She has qualified for the Premier Series finals, but can she get past the obstacle? Yes.
Oh, she took first.
First place is hers.
Wow, just barely gets through the balance obstacle, wobbling through the last step, but she's able to do it and take first place. Oh, a little mess up on riding the bull, but that looked like a little bit of a learning curve there. So I think as soon as she gets around that first move, she'll be able to hop through and find her rhythm on the rest of the hops.
Now here we go, second time around. Charlotte gonna try and give it a go. She knows how it feels now. 1 minute, 20 seconds. Unfortunately, isn't able to get further down in there.
But regardless, she was able to take first place by getting to that point the fastest, which is exactly what she was going for. It looks like with all of her speed through the course. Almost looked like she wanted to link that move on the hammer drop. Barely get through the balance here. Wobbled and just barely stepped on the dismount platform in order to take first place.
Taking a look at that there. That's going to put her overall into first place, which is brilliant. Lovely stuff there. That's going to put Charlotte, Naomi, Jessing, and Isla in for the Premier Series finals, which is brilliant to see. Now we're going to be turning the attention over to the lads here in the teen male division. 12 of them, to be precise. It was kind of a massacre in the placement course on the skateboard that we can see looming out in the distance on our screen at the minute.
It's just sitting there manifesting threateningly at us.
Basically, yeah, it's like, you're not done with me yet. You still have elites to go. But a lot of our teen athletes here, particularly in the male division, went down on that skateboard and the boot scoot to combat it. So it's really, really difficult to really know what these athletes are made of if their skill levels are possibly being scattered all across the run order. So there's a chance we could get a huge fast run really early on from Charles Graham, who's going to be first off because he went out very, very early on, sadly. So he's going to be first off, and hopefully he can put on a show for all of our amazing competitors following him to look at.
Yeah, I'm still a big fan of Charles Graham. I don't know why, but I chose him at the beginning. So Charles Graham is the man I'm rooting for. And he's going first here, and I think he's going to show everybody that he was not meant to go first. He's going to win. Charles is my man.
That's a bold claim out here. Charles, he's got a lot riding on him now with Colt Elder calling him out.
You got it, Charles. I believe in you. But we'll see here because there's going to be a lot of adjustments to this course from the female course. So we'll see if there's going to be any major changes in the actual obstacles themselves. Or it's just going to be distances. We'll see what these changes are going to be.
We'll see very, very shortly. They are changing a couple of things here. I'm guessing later on in the course as well, they might make the flying bar a bit harder. It looked very linkable at the end there. So it's possible that could be changed, but who knows? Every single obstacle can be changed for all we know. So I'm hyped to see what's new and what's staying.
Yeah, I'm very curious because, I mean, there's different ways of thinking about it. They could leave some of the earlier obstacles the same just so that they're more tiring and not as threatening to take ninjas out. Or they could make them harder so that each obstacle itself has a chance at taking each ninja out. So it becomes a more scattered array of falls on the course.
It is a very difficult one out here. This challenge course doesn't take any prisoners, as we've seen. We haven't had too many clears across the entirety of this division. There have been a few where we've had no clears at all. So I'm going to be excited to see if the teen male division out here can break the mold in a sense and break through and get a few more clears. Next level, a very popular gym in the Northeast region, a very populated competition we've had out here. We have 17 overall teams. We have 16 elites that are going to be starting in at 5 p.m. on the streams out here for the Eastern Standard Time Zone. I cannot wait to see that happen, but I also cannot wait to see this competition happen for the teens out here. Some of the elites might be watching the teens right now to try and scope out what their course might be like, even though it might be adjusted even further, but the overall layout could stay the same. So we're going to see Charles Graham starting things out. It's going to be hype.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see how these teen males are able to compete with these obstacles, because from what we've seen with these teen males so far in the placement course, a lot of them went really fast and had really good runs up until the skateboard, in which the tech of the skateboard messed them up and they fell. But I think if they had a retry, the majority of them would have been able to get the skateboard on their second try, which is why the retry system is so important, and it's going to change this up so much. So I think the leaderboard you're seeing here is going to change drastically from the final leaderboard that we're going to see.
It's going to be exciting. Cannot wait to see all these guys take it on. Want to take a look at some of the faster athletes here. Joseph Brozina was able to get the fastest time on the placement course earlier on. He was absolutely incredible once we had that. It was crazy to see when it comes over in the grand scheme of next level. That's one of the faster runs we've seen in the teen male division on placement course. He was able to get 22.05 seconds. That's up there with some of the fastest placement courses we've seen in general out here for our teen divisions across the months and all of the others, to be honest. It's rivaling some elite times, I'm sure, once we have them running later on. But man, it's going to be a tough one out here, because how you did on the placement course doesn't necessarily align with how you play or how your challenge course could go. I mean, for reference, Charlie Ball, one of the people who was testing earlier, in his Premier Series finals history, he did amazing in placement, but came up very short on his challenge course runs and wasn't able to get the placement he desired. So it can happen to literally anybody out here in Premier Series, and that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, I mean, in my time competing in the Premier Series, I competed in this teen division. It was a couple years ago, but I went into the finals and had a really good placement run. But on my challenge run, I was unable to complete one of the obstacles. Like, I just didn't really have the strength to complete it. And that just goes to show that one little obstacle that you can't really get past that is a hindrance to you is just gonna take you out there. And the challenge course is just so much different from the placement course, because you can be so fast and you can be efficient and clean and link everything, but if you cannot complete one of those difficult challenge obstacles, that'll drop you down on the leaderboard way further than where you want to be.
Exactly. Anything can happen to anybody here on this challenge course. Any obstacle can be changed as well, which is something I'm very interested to see. We talk about that there are going to be some differences for the male division in here. Looks like we're going to be starting out very shortly. Possibly anything can be changed. I really hope that that bull obstacle is made easier, personally. I wouldn't want it to be made harder at all.
Which one did you not want to be made harder?
The bull obstacle that everyone was failing in the female division that no one got past. So hopefully we can see a couple more obstacles on the second half of this course, courtesy of the male division.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a course designer, but when it looked like that bull obstacle is going to be perfect for this teen male division, because it'll be definitely challenging to them and it's kind of a new motion, but also it's doable and allows them to have a chance at completing the last obstacles and at least trying the obstacles towards the end of the course.
If we get a couple of people early on plotting out every single obstacle and then making it onto those final obstacles within the course, it'll be great for the people running later as well to probably surpass them, because if they see the later obstacles in an actual course run that isn't theirs, then they're probably going to get ready to prepare for it. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can adapt to any newer strategies once it's their time to run. 12 athletes here. A lot can happen. Anyone can win it. Anyone can take home a finalist slot, which is something that we're all very excited to see happen. November is when the finals are. Be sure to tune in for that. It's going to be absolutely insane once we see all these competitors coming in to send Marlborough. Cannot wait.
Yeah, I mean, 12 athletes here is the most that we've seen in the teen division so far in the Premier Series, I believe. And Looking at it right now, the 4 that would have qualified on the placement course are Joseph, Patrick, Jack, and Harrison. And all other 8 of them would have not qualified, even though they were all so close in time and placement, ending up on the same obstacle. Only those 4 would have qualified for the finals, which just shows how difficult it is to qualify for the finals in these bigger divisions that have up to 12 people.
So it looks like all of our athletes are looking over at some new changes that's on the look to be on the final lane. Why that one? It was already hard enough. What are you talking about, man? You kidding me? Really?
I guess we'll see what the changes are. Hey, you never know. They could have made it easier, but I can't imagine.
I doubt it. What are you talking about? No advancement in a course is going to be made here. Let's have a look here. So we're having... Oh, what? So there's more flight... So hang on. Having a look here. Is Charlie Ball going to test it again, possibly? But we're looking here. It's definitely in this area.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a change to that last obstacle, the flying bar one. I think they either made it more moves or made the moves more difficult.
Possibly. A couple bars resting up. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on. I mean, we talked about this run order earlier, though. We only had 3 people clear. The fastest non-clearer was Harrison James, and he made it to the skateboard in 24 seconds. So anything could have happened for many of these people who weren't able to clear. So very shortly, we're going to be seeing everyone commence. Now we know what the course is.
I want to know what your prediction is for how many clears there are going to be. Do you think there's going to be any clears? Do you think it's going to be 1, 2? What's your prediction here?
I'm guessing 1 clear, personally. I think the final changeover on those later obstacles might hinder a couple people besides 1 person. That 1 person could be Charles Graham, for all we know. This is your guy who you're picking to win.
Yes, Sir Charles. I believe in Charles. I think he can be that 1 clear that we're going to see on this course. But
I mean, he could be the only clear. He could, well, and in any regard, he is the guinea pig to this challenge course because he's going to be our first teen male competitor taking on our challenge course, reaching out onto this wall here, climbing up it in a very fast manner, trying to scurry along this course. He knows that he doesn't have a lot of time for 10 obstacles.
A little bit caught up there on the rope, but he's recovering from it. And yeah, like you said, he knows he doesn't have that much time for 10 full obstacles. And there's one change that's made. There's a bar there where they have to go sideways to the dismount platform instead of straight to it.
Ooh, okay, that's a bit of a difficult one. We're seeing the sideways move be incorporated again, with the orange slice going to line up for that mallet, unless it's not going to happen. The skip is in play! Okay, Charles Graham, Colt, you were right. This guy is him.
I told you, Charles is that guy. And he did the skip first try as the guinea pig on this course. Didn't get to see anyone else do it normally, just immediately straight into the skip. I mean, that's such confidence going into the course. And you saw how big his swing was, too. So we might see some of the athletes just not try the skip because it might be a little bit too risky. We'll see what Charles can do here.
Oh my goodness me, what?
Oh my
I had to do a double take there. He just skipped like all the obstacle and lily padded over to the final spinner. But now he's on the he's on the bull right now. But now he's gonna have to take it on.
I'm gonna make a bold statement and say this might be my new favorite ninja. Charles.
Up there, definitely.
Charles Graham right now.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Charles!
Are you kidding me? Oh, man.
No.
The ride the bull. Oh, no. That was so mad. So, there's a lot to unpack there.
So
on that first run, we saw a few beta breaks. A large run up onto that spinning platform. We saw a couple people in the back celebrating. But it's just that small mess up on the bull that just wasn't able to help him.
Oh man, that was a crazy electric run out of Charles though. I told you he was not going to disappoint. Charles really, I mean, that's got to be my new favorite ninja. He went for that skip earlier too, where he just ignored the hammer drop entirely, got a huge swing, and went straight to the dismount. He got it first try. He also got the lily pad skip first try, where he skipped the sideways spinners and just did a big bunny hop to the lily pad into the dismount.
I wonder if any of that flair is going to carry on into our next competitor, Vincent Faraci, coming along throughout of Long Valley, New Jersey. He's going to grab onto that ring, wrap the rope around the pipe, try to center himself, though. He's going to get onto that trapeze and dismount diagonally. That's a new thing our athletes are going to have to do. It can kill a bit more time. Let's see how far he can get through here. He knows that the first half of this course can be done with a couple of skips in between. Let's see how far Vincent can get.
I mean, that was really clean through that. He didn't really need to do the skip to the dismount because he was able to do it in one swing and just catch the hammer and then go straight to the dismount with one backswing. So it didn't really hinder him with too much time. And it doesn't look like he's going to go for this skip either. I think he's going to run all the way around. And he does, and he's successful.
Nice. Even then, he's 22 seconds ahead of Charles at this point, which is kind of insane because I thought Charles was moving incredibly faster anyway. Here we go with a couple more moves here on riding the bull here.
Oh, he's very low, trying to keep it up, trying to make sure he doesn't slip down and have the ring pop off, because that would be so annoying for him right now to have to restart the obstacle on the last pole. But we'll see if he can get the jump here. This seems to be the most difficult part of the obstacle.
Is that going to be a foot tap? Oh my goodness, no! We could see he did the most of the hard part there. Gonna have to give it a second attempt. He doesn't want to take a retry here. It was at the end of the obstacle. A lot of that strength might be gone now.
Oh man, I mean, that's just gonna be really annoying for him because he has to do all of these hops again and then try to do that really big hop at the end, which takes a lot of power after he's just sitting here draining his power, instead of doing the 4 hops, he's having to do 8 now. Let's see if he can
careful with his
get
feet.
it.
He doesn't want a foot tap again. Tries to get a massive jump up, but it just ejects prematurely that ring, and that's going to be Vincent's run done there.
And that's such a difficult technique because nobody ever tries that, where you have a ring hooked on a vertical pole and you have to try to pull yourself in and then jump off the wall in order to hook it straight vertically. I mean, that's just not a move that anyone ever really tries.
Insane stuff right there. We're going to be seeing if anyone can get past that bull obstacle. No one in the male or female division has gotten past it so far. Nathan Smith hoping to be the first. Height of 5'9", 154 pounds. Started Ninja in 2017. Nathan is off and running here. Look at this.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going for a fast time. You can see him doing a 180 to hook it in. He knows he has the capability to get a fast time here. And one swing into the sideways dismount. He's got it. Straight linking there, one swing. Link the dismount. Oh, he's set for it.
4 seconds ahead of the fastest time to this point. Nathan swinging back and forth onto the blade. Nice stuff there. 2 minutes. This is a very, very efficient run here. How's his approach going to be on these spinning steps? Nice. A lot of control. 6.6 seconds ahead.
There we go. He's making great time right now. And I really like his approach here because the ring is really high up on that pole. And he's kind of pulling horizontally instead of pulling straight down. He's got it!
Got it! There we go. Our first proper full-on attempt at that jump being conquered. Nathan Smith dismounts accordingly. And now we're seeing brand new territory for our elite division. Going to start back up here. It's going to be interesting now. He's got a trapeze, 2 small cliffs, and then the palm flip too.
And let's see what he can do here. I mean, he didn't even look like he used that much energy up through that first half of that course, but this cliffhanger lane through here is definitely going to drain him for the last couple of
obstacles. Proper palm flip move as well.
Oh,
but his fingertips just sadly are giving out now. It's a very small ledge on that palm flip. Can Nathan get it second time around?
He's got 1 minute and 20 seconds left, so it might be a good idea for him to sit here and rest his hands out in order to get that palm flip move because, I mean, even if you get to the cliffhanger that the palm flip is on, you have to have a decent amount of energy in order to pull up and flip it without missing it, your hands on it. So it's going to be a really difficult move, and we'll see if he took enough rest time in order to get it on this attempt.
Here we go. Nathan takes the jump up to that first bogey, and now that backward-facing second one. Trying to have some momentum going into the palm flip. He gets it.
He's got
Needs
the
to
catch.
actually flip it now. Can he get it? He's not even going to flip it. He just dismounts
Oh,
anyway.
he
There you go. You can do that
skipped it.
too.
I really wanted to see the palm flip move. I didn't know it was that skippable, but I mean, if he's able to skip it, that's definitely the better approach there for him.
Nathan Smith now going to take a large backswing coming into that clip.
Whoa!
Okay! One-handed save there. The fingertip strength is still in there for Nathan. No!
Oh, no! He's got
Man, that was
16
close.
seconds. It's going to be really tight if he's going to be able to get through this obstacle. Or if he's going to be able to get that catch again. He got the catch a lot easier this time. Can he get through the obstacle in 10 seconds?
Looking along here. There's another jump, it looks like. Oh, no.
Man, that is a tough obstacle now. They made it where that first catch, you have to catch a cliff and a vertical board. So that what happened to him is that his hand missed the vertical board and he had to catch one hand on the cliff. And you see, he made the bull obstacle look really easy. So that means that those last obstacles are really difficult.
You could see there, he barely made that too. His body was fully extending on that bull obstacle. You could see his feet almost touched the ground there. Our following athletes are going to have to be careful. We still have 9 competitors left to go. Let's see if our Vitality and Ascend representative, Niall Donoho, is able to move on through. He enjoys rigging and building new obstacles. His non-ninja hobbies include 3D printing, piano, and percussion. I'm rooting for this guy. You were able to root for your boy out here, Charles. I can root for Niall because I'm a drummer as well.
All right. Well, we'll see if your boy Niall over here can take down Charles.
It also says here in his bio that he's nearly 6 foot tall, soon to be 8'11". And which is kind of concerning because his height and wingspan on NinjaWorks are 15 foot and 15'8", respectively.
I actually really love the fact that that's the answers that he put for that.
Niall Donoho coming along through here, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Coming along down past Skill Issue, which is the name of our third obstacle, which is very insulting. Why did Abby Clark and Joe Capo think of that one like that? It looks like we also can't use the pole to reel yourself in either. It's got a pink foam sausage around it, so it looks like they can't use that, which is an interesting aspect. 1, 2. Okay, the footing was a bit off, I think. I would have gone with the first step being on my left foot, or my right even, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough call because if you go left foot, then you get left and right foot there. Yeah, there we go. He's got it. And
That's
he is
the way
able
to
to
do it.
pass. He's able to pass Charles, so your guy, Niall, was able to beat Charles, but it's okay
Let's
because
go. Still well done to all of our athletes here. We treat everyone respectively and equally, no matter what the result gets. Niall Donoho coming along through just over a minute and a half. He's keeping it in tow, though. Needs to be careful of those legs. He is a tall man, keeping his feet off of the mat, and he's got it. Niall
There we
coming
go,
along
second
down here,
place.
making good time.
he's in second place right now. He has around 40 seconds to get through this next obstacle, the palm flip, in order to take first place so far on the course. But keep in mind that first place is first place of our 4 runners that have gone so far, and you would need to beat 8 people in order to move on to the finals.
Getting
Whoa!
along. Oh
Whoa!
my goodness me! What did I just see there? So that was like a one-handed backward grab Lachey link. What the bleh? What?
And he did it straight into the actual palm flip move. Oh my goodness.
That move alone saved about 12 seconds off of his time now compared to Nathan Smith. Now, here we go. Our fastest time up to this cliff. How's he going to fare? He's going to try and go for this backwards cliff right here. No, he's not. He's going to go straight in to the second cliffhanger.
Using his
I want to see what's coming up next because we had another jump here. Can we get a quick camera change to see what's here? Yes, we can. It's to 2 angled cliffs.
It.
Hello.
He's got it. Oh, I'm just doing a little one-hand swing around here on the cliffhanger. Can he get the dismount
I am
here?
of the shocked variety. That's an insane obstacle that Niall
Oh
just
my
passed.
goodness.
But with only 5 seconds left, he is not able to get through another obstacle. Even though he tried to link a couple things there, Niall is down and out due to that timeout. But oh my goodness, that's a weird cliff line.
Wow. Yeah, and see, he's able to get the bull move fairly easily with his 15-foot height there, but then he links cliffhanger there. That cliffhanger move saved him at least 10, maybe 15 seconds. And then he was able to just shimmy his way through the next cliffhanger because it's pumped because he linked the entire other cliff obstacle. I mean, that was just a really impressive run overall.
We now know what to expect from everyone else moving forward. Nia Peleg out here, coming out of Crestkill, New Jersey, is going even faster than some of the other competitors here. This is brilliant.
Whoa.
The further we get down this run order, seems like the faster and more desperate our competitors are for one of these qualifying spots. Now that Diagonal Lachey is going to have to come in tow here. That's the weird part. You have so many dangling obstacles with the trapeze, the ring, the rope everywhere. Your direction's going to be off no matter what when you come into that trapeze to dismount. Coming into this mallet now, no problem at all. Coming into the propeller bars.
Yeah, and he's being really efficient with his moves so far. Just hopping through, taking one small backswing each time. Not making any major errors anywhere. Oh, no!
Ooh, not able to get through to that one there, unfortunately.
I spoke a little bit too soon there, but I mean, that's just a little balance error. Those things happen to anybody, so we'll see how he's able to recover here. Oh, no!
He's not being able to recover, sadly. Just unfortunately goes down on those spinners, sadly. That's going to be it there.
No.
That's unfortunate there for Nia.
I mean, he had his steps right. He just was slightly off. His center of gravity was off. And then, yeah, and then his foot went straight for the dismount platform while the other one hadn't quite finished stepping on the last lily pad.
I am very, very shocked at that. He nearly had it too. I think he could have gone far. But now that must inspire our boy Joshua Moyer to come along through and have an equally as good performance and more. Here he goes.
And let's see what Joshua Moyer can do here. I mean, through the placement course, what we saw from him is that he didn't move incredibly fast, but there were no moves that really seemed to challenge him. He kind of was just able to do everything pretty effortlessly, but he didn't do anything exceedingly fast. So we'll see. That should benefit him here on this challenge course, as long as he's able to complete it in the time limit. I don't think there's many moves here that are going to challenge him too much, except I will say the last bull move might be a little bit of a difficult one for Joshua here.
Possibly. We're going to have to see. He is quite short compared to the rest of the athletes here, but that's not going to be a worrying factor for him. He's going to embrace it and use everything he has to his advantage. Josh making his way through now, just over 2 minutes as he starts his ascent over to this propeller bar.
Yeah, and we'll see how efficient he's able to be through these first couple obstacles. I mean, that's really what it's going to come down to for him time-wise, is his efficiency on these earlier obstacles.
He's got a lot of momentum here, though, coming into it. He's going to have to take a jump over to this disc, being very careful and dismounting accordingly. Good. Now, just over a minute and 35 seconds as he's going to eye himself up, ready for the 1, 2, 3. Yes, very easy. It didn't even move for him.
Yeah, and this is the obstacle that might be a bit of a challenge for him, because you can see, yeah, he's going to be pulling a little bit more downwards instead of outwards here, which is going to make the ring want to slide more. So he's got to have a lot more control and kind of pull the ring upwards. You can see he's doing that. He's using his lats to pull the ring as upwards as he can without pulling it down and having it slide off.
Oh, no, but it just foot tapped and that automatically sent him out there, sadly. Josh, these obstacles right here in like the halfway point of this course really isn't taking any prisoners. These steps followed by the bull here is really a deadly duo. It's taking out the vast majority of our competitors who make it here.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a crazy combo, back-to-back having the steps and then not catching a break and going straight into the bull obstacle and trying to hop your way through that and hop your way up to that top hook as well right afterwards. I mean, it's just difficult. That's all I can say about it.
6 more to go, meaning after Reed and Sam, who's next, we're going to be locking in some people for the Premier Series finals. Let's see if Reed, representing Gravity Forge, is able to come on through here. Let's go. Coming out of Holland, Pennsylvania. He loves doing ninja, but he also plays basketball and golf. He's got a lot of all-around sport experience. Let's see how he fares coming into this challenge course.
You can see here he's going a little bit reckless with how he's trying to hook that rope, but he's got it on his second try and taking back swings, trying to make sure he's going to be able to line himself up for that dismount, which he's able to do, but he doesn't quite commit to it in his first attempt. But he doesn't need to. That's the good thing about the challenge course. You don't have to throw moves like that are unnecessary, because you're able to make up for time with efficiency on later obstacles and even rest time in between if you need to.
Very, very close here in terms of the rest of the field. Reed hopefully doesn't have the same sealed fate here. We're almost here to the point where we have our fastest non-finishers as well. Reed made it to the final obstacle of the placement course in 33 seconds. So he's got a lot of speed on him, but hopefully the efficiency can also help out within the obstacles too, because these ones are way longer. And he skipped the whole thing. No need for the spinners anymore. That's it. Wait, what's going on? What?
So the spinners just don't even need to be there anymore. We were talking about how difficult they are, but these athletes are like, yeah, those are difficult. How about we just don't use them? So he just skipped the entire thing.
If it's too difficult, then just skip the obstacle. It seems like, though, it's a bit hard to skip this one. The bull really not being able to play to Reed's favors.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the bull is one that's relentless. Like, you can't try to skip this obstacle. If you do, it's just going to buck you off like the name. It's a bull. So we'll see if he's able to actually get through these hops. He's got the first two. It looks like he's in a rhythm. See if he can keep going and get through the rest of them, and especially get this last hook right here at the top.
Here he goes. Gets up there. Nice. This is good pacing here. He's able to redeem himself in third place currently, getting further than many others before him. He's chalking up, getting ready to go for the cliff and palm flips.
And he's a little bit behind pace right now. He needs to get through both cliff lands in the next 22 seconds in order to take the first place spot. And you see he's trying to move through everything really quickly, but it's just going to be really tight on time. We'll see if he's going to be able to take that first place spot or not.
Yeah, in order to follow with that, he needs to go basically immediately. He peels barely, but he still stays on. Time really starting to be a bit more of a factor. His pinky starting to slip off. This could be a sign. Is he going to go for a 180 turn? He's going to go for a 180. Can he get it? No!
Oh. He went for it, though. I respect it. He knew he was low on time, so he went for the 180 pop.
Unfortunate there. He was moving very smoothly. I gotta see that skip of the steps again. Like,
I need to see the skip again.
Let's have a look at that. He takes one,
That's
two,
gotta be
three.
at least
The three-step skip.
That's got to be at least like 8 feet of a jump. That's crazy.
Long jump out here, basically. Who needs spinning steps? Oh my goodness me. He did the palm flip the intended way too, and in a desperate measure for time, he tried to do the Sasuke-style crazy cliffhanger move, and it just didn't suit him. And that's going to be it for him. We have one more competitor, and then we're going to be signing off some Premier Series finalists. Sam Cedar, coming in hot now, coming out of Annandale, New Jersey.
And let's see if we can get a clear here on this runner. I mean, this is going to be a really close one. This is going to be our last runner, like you said, before our top 4 so far. So we'll see. This is supposedly our best chance at having someone kind of be a wild card coming into taking one of the challenge course spots as a finalist. So we'll see if he's able to do it and live up to the time he put on the qualifying course.
All right, Sam 2 minutes and 22 seconds as he now commences his ascent over into the propeller bar. He's got a lot of momentum carrying onto it, but the nullified use of that pink bar now is going to be tested. Oh, he goes the other way and salvages it. I'm a fan of that strategy. Definitely helps him out as he takes the spin around. Is he going to skip the steps or is he going to go for them?
It doesn't look like he's going to go for the skip. It looks like he's just going to do this. Oh, no!
Ooh, just sends himself off there. A bit of his momentum was just not in the same trajectory as the step direction. Let's see if he can fare it even better now.
Oh, he's able to do it. Oh, my goodness.
Very slippery on his attempt there, but still he was able to get through it at a very solid pace. And now Sam Cedar is going to try and get his way through here.
Every step there twisted at least 90 degrees around the spinner, but he was somehow able to survive it. And he's surviving this bull as well, getting to the second hop. Usually around that second hop is where you start to find your rhythm there. And so you can see there he's on this fourth hop. Oh my goodness!
Nice. I thought that was a very close foot tap, but regardless, Sam Cedar was getting more people past the riding the bull here. This is very, very good. We're seeing now 70 seconds left on Sam's clock. He's going to try and get a massive swing to get some momentum going immediately.
And I really want to see a replay of that hook on the riding the bull, because from what it looked like he hardly had an inch of clearance, or else he would have been too low hopping the ring in. Oh, no!
No! It seems like the cliff on the palm flip is just too much right now. Is he going to be able to get it second time around? That's the question.
It's just so pumpy. I mean, going through all those obstacles and then going straight into 2 cliff lanes right there. I mean, these cliffs aren't easy either. It's not like they're huge jugs. It's like these are little cliffhangers, and that's why you can see, especially on that palm flip, everybody's just peeling off when they grab it.
Gonna be a big one here, and he just doesn't have enough finger strength for it. Rounds of applause all around there for our boy Sam. He really tried there as well. He was making very good time, a solid pace throughout the entire run. Getting through the steps on his second try there. Getting through the bull on his first. Brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, he barely got that last hook on the bull, but he got it nonetheless and was able to get to that cliff palm flip obstacle, but just not able to get through the grab on the palm flip, which has been taking a lot of people out so far.
We have 4 more athletes left to go, meaning that the Premier Series finalist slot right here can be confirmed for either Harrison James or Niall. Here we go.
And we'll see what Harrison can do here. It's going to be really close to see whether these later athletes are going to be able to push through and get past the efforts of earlier athletes and pass them to take the top 4 spots to move on to the finals. We had Niall, your guy that you were rooting for earlier. He got through the cliffhanger obstacle in 2 minutes 52 seconds. So
I think Harrison is aware of that as well. The pace that he's putting on right now simplifies the fact that he's trying his best to get one of those Premier Series final slots. He knows by the end of this run, either him or Niall will be confirmed into it. If he gets before Niall, that means he's on the bubble. So he's going to try his best. 2 minutes coming into riding the bull here. He's trying to get through it efficiently, which is hard to do, but he's doing it pretty well.
yeah, I mean, he's going at a really fast pace right now. He's got 1 minute 45 left, and he just got the dismount. That is the fastest to this point. Only a minute and 11 seconds. Only a minute and 11 seconds there, yeah. So we'll see. If he gets through this first try, I think he'll be, by a decent margin, the fastest to the next obstacle.
Seems like he's still moving at a pretty confident pace here. You can see he's not really tiring out very hard. He's not shaking out too much. You might want to take a little moment before his cliff run here because he's going to be using his fingertips a lot. But now he's got a 29-second lead over Niall right here, which is pretty huge. So we're going to be seeing Harrison take things on here. Is he going to be able to get through it, though? Does he have enough strength in the tank?
It looks like he definitely wants a clear right now. I mean, he's got a minute left. He went straight into the cliff lane, doing a one-arm lock-off as he twists around. So he's got a lot of strength left. There we go. He's got the catch.
There we
He's
go.
gonna get through the cliffhanger lane. As soon as he gets through this, he will take the first place spot and be guaranteed to the finals. Well done, Harrison. But he wants more. He wants to get this clear, and I think he can do it.
A clear's definitely still in the cards. He needs to get through these 2 obstacles flawlessly, though. Even though he has both of his retries, if he ends up taking them both, that ends up with a lot of his time being wasted with them. So 25 seconds coming into the sideways grab, and it spins out from his fingers.
22 seconds in order to complete these last 2 obstacles. I think it's possible, but it'll be really difficult. I think what he needs to do is try and use those 22 seconds to get through this obstacle here. Maybe take a little bit of a rest, but he is taking a rest already. So we'll see if he can get through this precision move and catch that second box. He's got the
it
catch.
this time. I think he's guaranteed.
No!
No, he's not guaranteed another point. He fails the final grab. He knows he wanted that. He had it in his grasp. Regardless, he's still through to the Premier Series finals, but that was a close one. He had the seconds spare, too.
Oh, man, he had so much time going into that. He had the perfect opportunity, but the 2 boxes he just grabbed slightly uneven, and they spun out on him both times.
Happy days all around there. You could see he was trying his best to get through each obstacle, and he did flawlessly throughout the entire thing until the final obstacle. He had to use a retry, and then he missed the final cube by only a tiny bit as well. So that's it. That's 1 Premier Series finalist sorted and down. We have Jack Gillen coming up next, representing Ascend Obstacle Training, coming out of Weymouth, Massachusetts. He's competed 25 times. That's a lot of Northeast regional experience right there for the season. Let's see if it can all pay off here to cement himself into the Premier Series finals at Ascend Marlborough.
Yeah, and we'll see if Niall is going to be able to keep up his placement here, if that spot's going to keep him in the top 4, because he's definitely on the bubble right now with our last 3 athletes being the fastest 3 throughout the placement course, Jack, Patrick, and Joseph. So we'll see if Niall can hold that out, or if these last 3 athletes are all going to be able to pass him.
Trying his best now. 2 minutes and 45 seconds here. He's trying to get the pull back on that trapeze. Just a tiny bit of time there, and he's got it. Nice. Jack knows the pace that he has to go at if he wants to get through to Premier Series finals. Harrison's already cemented, so he can get 1st or 2nd place by the end of his run and get one of them spots. Expertly grabs onto that mallet. Here he goes now, trying to cement himself up, getting ready for the propeller bar now. It's a lot to prepare for. You don't want to get too much height grabbing onto it. You just kind of want to dart forward, and he's done that. Still holding on, getting closer to that ring. He kind of needs to desperately reach out, and he still does. Brilliant stuff so far out of Jack. Seen brilliant stuff so far out of Jack so far. Did an incredible job out of that step. And now he's moving on to the bull now. This is a big one. 1:45, a big time waster. And if you end up having to use a retry at the end of this obstacle, it can be detrimental to the entirety of your course run. You kind of need to pull forward and immediately get your ring there into the next slot before you start falling back too far. But he's got it. Jack Gillen not having a problem right now, trying to use the wall to his advantage. He's facing backwards, might need a bit more momentum forward, and he shifts it.
And you can just kind of sense the vibe of the later athletes whenever they're running, is that they always are going so much faster because they've seen so many earlier athletes that they know exactly what they need to beat, and they're just kind of perfecting each of their movements. And you can see Jack here knows exactly what he needs to do, and he's got a minute left to do it, and we'll see if he's going to be able to get through this entire whole cliff section here.
Trying to move on through here. 50 seconds as he swings back and forth off of that palm flip. Coming along down 3. He's on the 3rd place now, which means he is on the bubble. Got to get through this obstacle in order to get through to the Premier Series finals. His time is ticking, though, so if he spends a long time, then it might not be guaranteed. But regardless, Jack's going to jump right into it and try his best to move on through with enough time left on the clock coming into the next obstacle. He's turning himself around, 20 seconds remaining now. Has he got it in his fingertips on the diagonals? Yes, he does.
He's got it. If he gets through and dismounts with more than 8 seconds left, and he's gonna take that second place spot, but he's taking a backswing. It's gonna be close.
He has to
he's
use
got
all
it.
his might there and barely makes it through faster than Niall. So that means Jack has also gotten through to the Premier Series finals there. And he just gets the first cube into its track before time expires.
Well done, Jack. That puts him guaranteed into the finals, and that leaves Niall still on the bubble, just waiting for someone to come in and mess up in the later part of this run order. But very great job out of Jack. He did exactly what he needed to do. He paced himself really well. I mean, that's just a perfect execution out of Jack.
Indeed, so you could see there he was trying his best. I don't think a single retry was used either throughout that run, but still we didn't have a clear. I think he was taking a bit too much time in between each of the obstacles to try his best to move on through at a solid pace there. 2 more athletes left now. Patrick Duffy, our second fastest finisher. He finished the placement course in 26.60 seconds. Let's see if he can get through this challenge course and become our first finisher on the teen side of things. Here we go.
And one thing to note is that these last 2 athletes finished the placement course a lot faster than the rest of the field. This 26 and 22 seconds is going to be a big difference speed-wise. So these last 2 athletes, whether or not they are necessarily more strong and powerful endurance-wise, they are definitely faster. So we're definitely going to see a much faster time to that final obstacle. And you can see that already. He's being very efficient with his backswings and only behind the fastest pace by 0.1 seconds. And it looks like he's going to make it up on this obstacle. Yep.
Yeah, you could see that turnaround was extremely fast on the diagonal board, not having trouble on the spinning dots there. It's weird how this is the fastest pace as well. It keeps getting faster every single run there. We know what's expected out of these athletes that cleared the placement course faster as well. The speed athletes here. 2 minutes, though, as Patrick is trying his best to move through the riding the bull obstacle. Seems like he's taking a lot of impact on each of those poles. Now he needs to go upward.
Let's see if he can get this upward move. He's got it. And now that he's got that upward move, all the rest of this is not as much technical movements as it is just straight endurance, power, and willpower, I should say. Because these cliffhangers just tire you out and burn you out. And he's got 1 minute and 30 seconds, but that won't give him but so much rest time in order to get through this. But it doesn't look like he really needs the rest time, making this look easy so far.
Very good at the minute. He's basically on the same pace as Harrison to this point as well. You can see his split is at 0.01 behind. So if he just moves ahead at about the same pace he's doing now, quite honestly, then he might be in contention for another PS final slot. He's currently on the bubble at the minute, so he just needs to keep moving. He's at a very strong point in his run. Doesn't look like he's tired. He's grabbing onto cliffs left and right, still showing no signs of fatigue at all. This is very good right now here, Colton. Just like that, Patrick Duffy is in first by 6 seconds.
And let's see if he can make it. He's got 45 seconds left and a lot of confidence. I think Patrick is going to be able to get through this course. And it starts with this box move right here. No one's gotten through this full obstacle. He's got the precision move. It just comes down to these 2 spinny boxes here. We saw Harrison miss once on both of them. But Patrick's got the first one. Come on. He's got it!
Yes, there we go. This is good right now for Patrick. This is our first time seeing the final obstacle redone now. Here we are moving up.
This. He's got 12.
Oh, he's got a very, very pumped set of forearms, it looks like. You can see he's going to need some blood flow.
That might
Feels like he's got grit, but his forearms have got to be dead by now, surely.
Yeah, he's got 8 seconds to get through it. Oh, he tries to link the move.
The bar, you could see he was smiling. He knew he was kind of finished there. That was still an impeccable run. No retries used at all. Brilliant stuff. Very, very fast athletes here on that challenge course. That's going to put him into the first place spot by a mile, getting further in the course than anyone else has this teen division. With 1 more athlete left, it's up to debate whether our last 4 athletes are going to get top 4 on placement and challenge, or if Niall Donoho is going to be able to carry on through and get the final spot. It's down to either Niall or Joseph Bronzina.
And here's the interesting thing. What we know from Joseph Bronzina is that he is incredibly fast, finishing 4 seconds faster than anybody else on that placement course. So we're going to see if he can use that speed to his advantage here, and we're going to see if he also has the endurance to back that speed, and if he's able to take one of these top 4 spots, or it looks like he's probably going to be going for the first place spot.
He's definitely on the track for it right now. He's trying his best to make sure that first place is his. Joseph Bronzia moving along through 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Oh my
solid lanes there.
goodness!
Only needs one side of the orange there, and now just like that, another fast pace has been set.
And he's 2 seconds ahead of pace, which up to this point, we've seen everybody who's been ahead of pace or slightly behind pace. Everyone was right around the same pace, being within a second. But you can see right there, he just pulled ahead again by 2.5 seconds, which is a wide margin when you consider the fact that all these times are almost pixel perfect at this point.
Joseph is trying to go rung by rung on the poles here on the bull. Still putting up that 2.5 second lead, trying to keep it or by even extend it at this point. Joseph Brozina coming along through 1 minute 50 as he makes the dismount, 2.8 seconds ahead. This is still a fast lead.
And you can see he's smiling here. It looks like he's got the confidence going into this obstacle. He went straight into it, so he probably has a lot of the strength and the endurance in order to at least get through the palm flip before he needs a rest. But struggling a little bit on that cliffhanger.
Gonna try his best to swing back and forth, get enough momentum to grab onto that
Oh,
palm.
no!
Oh, no! Sadly, he wasn't able to grab hold of that edge there. So Joseph, he's got a bit of pump in his forearms now. The adrenaline's starting to wear off. This is where it's going to be full-on muscle.
So this might come down to a close one between Joseph and Niall. What he needs to do is get through this cliffhanger obstacle and the next cliffhanger obstacle with more than 8 seconds left on the clock. No!
No way!
What?
Jackson Joseph, is down. Joseph
No way.
Brezina, unfortunately, is down and out. He was moving at the fastest pace we've seen all day, up until the cliffs and palm flip.
It was such
And I
a
did
beautiful
not
run.
expect that at all.
I didn't either. I mean, that was such a beautiful run. Everything was calculated. He had his swings perfect. Didn't take any back swings. I mean, I guess he went a little bit too early into the cliffhanger obstacle, but wow.
That was insane. We can see here. Well done to everyone in the teen division. We have the team females that ran. Well done to Charlotte, Naomi, Jesse, Isla for qualifying. Shout out Lucia as well. And on a male side of things, we have our 4 qualifiers who made it through till the end. Patrick Duffy with nearly a clear at the end. Harrison James, Jack Gillen, and Niall Donoho all making it through to the Premier Series finals. Well done to all the other fellas that competed as well. Colt, that was immense.
That is the greatest word to describe that. Wow. I mean, Patrick Duffy taking first place, Harrison Jack, Niall, your guy, barely sneaking in on the last runner as Joseph slipped up on the cliffhanger. That was just so exciting to watch. I mean, everything just went crazy, plot twist after plot twist.
That was ridiculous. Let's have another look at our winners here. Looks like Charlotte took home first for the females, which was crazy to see. And then we also had our boy Patrick Duffy take home first too. What a turn of events that was. I cannot, you can't make this up. I tell you, anything can happen. We talked about earlier on in the competition how it might be a case of the final runner who gets first on placement also gets first on challenge. That was not the case here today in terms of the males. Charlotte did very, very well, of course, but it was Patrick Duffy who ended up taking the top spot for the male side of things, which is absolutely insane, making it to the final obstacle with around 21 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a crazy run out of Patrick. He was able to conserve his energy enough to get through each obstacle with exactly as much energy as he needed. He looked super strong through the whole course. You see him on those cliffhangers right there. He was the only one able to get through this box obstacle and not spin off, which he got and dismounted, and then he almost had a chance at the last obstacle, but just tried to link it and didn't have enough time to finish it. But great job overall.
That was brilliant. Well done to all of our teams. With all that being done, one more round to go. We have the elites that are left. We are going to be coming over to them in about just over an hour, possibly, where they're going to be starting at 5 p.m. It's going to be amazing. A lot of different course design that's going to be going on out there for the elite division. I cannot wait to see who's going to be there and who's going to take things on and who ultimately is going to qualify for the Premier Series finals. Colt, any last words? Because we're going to be back for elites later.
Yeah, we're coming back for elites. Same commentators, same energy. We know it's going to be exciting. We got so many good elites coming up. I'm so excited. The teams did amazing, and I can't believe that it was that exciting, and I'm so excited.
I'm really, really excited for it. From Colt Elder and Billy Dixon, we will see you guys later for the elite division. Do take care.
Hard, squeeze it.